Hi, my name is Mary Stewart Rice, and I want to tell you just a little bit about mine and my husband's infertility journey and how that intersected with Clear Passage's physical therapy. About 4.5 years ago, we started trying to get pregnant, and we were young and healthy and weren't too worried about what it would be like to try and get pregnant, and we're hopeful. And then about a year and a half into trying, we started to kind of ask those questions, like, why isn't this happening? And we were getting frustrated and kind of discouraged. And so we did what a lot of people do. We went to fertility specialists, and they did, a lot of the typical tests. So physical tests and hormonal tests. And on both of our sides, my husband and mine, everything looked great. And it didn't seem like there was a reason that doctors could find that we weren't getting pregnant. And so what they did was they diagnosed me with unexplained infertility, which basically means they don't know why we're not getting pregnant. And it looks like on paper and anatomically that we should easily be able to have a kid. And so the frustrating thing about an unexplained infertility diagnosis, if you have ever been given this diagnosis, you might know there's not much they can do for it because they don't know what the problem is. And so our doctors didn't suggest doing any fertility drugs. They didn't think an IUI would be super successful. So really they told us IVF was going to be our best shot at having a baby. And for a lot of reasons, IVF was not something that my husband and I were really interested in. And so after kind of getting that answer, we started doing a lot of research and just looking into, were there any other options? It felt like IVF was the only option, but were there any other options out there for families wanting to have kids in a more natural way? And so it actually was a friend who texted me and told me about even the idea of pelvic floor therapy. And she said, I don't think they can treat infertility, but maybe it's connected. I don't know. She just sent me this podcast, and I never heard of pelvic floor therapy. And so I, naturally started looking to see if there was anywhere around me that did pelvic floor therapy. And I came across Clear Passages because they specifically have had a bunch of success in treating infertility with pelvic floor therapy. Whereas a lot of places can help with a lot of other pain issues and a lot of other physical issues, but Clear Passages has had a lot of success specifically treating infertility, which was what we wanted to do pelvic floor therapy for. And so it seemed like a really great option. Plus it was about a mile from our house and right in our backyard, and in the same town where the people who helped develop this technique live and practice. And so Clear Passages felt like a really awesome opportunity to give having a family another shot in a really natural and gentle way. And so we decided to do the week-long intensive of therapy with 20 hours of therapy in a week. And it was a great week. I was able to go every day, and my husband got to come along with me. The therapists were wonderful. They made me and my husband feel super comfortable and seen. I think it was a really cool experience just getting to learn how interconnected everything in the body was and how they were impacting my fertility and just my overall health. I remember one specific moment where one of the therapists was working on my SI joint in my leg, and I could feel it even in my abdomen pulling. And so it was just so interesting to know how interconnected that is. So after that week, we thought, that's great, learned a lot. My body feels better than it did when I came in. And then 2 weeks later, we didn't know it, but got pregnant. So that same month that we went to therapy, we got pregnant. And then a few weeks later, we found out. And so I know that's kind of like the golden success story, like one that feels like one in a million, but they're having a lot of success in treating infertility. And we were just another one of those stories. And we feel really fortunate to have found Clear Passages, and even luckier that it was right here in our backyard. So we are really thankful. And hopefully this gives you some hope that there might be a way out there naturally to help heal your body and to give you potential to grow your family naturally. We certainly are so thankful that we gave it a shot, and now know so much more going into hopefully having more children. And so we're just so thankful that we now have a healthy 15-month-old boy who we love and adore. And a lot of that really stems back to Clear Passages giving us that option to do it in a really safe and natural and supportive way. So I hope you look into clear passages and what they might be able to do for you and your family. It really is an incredible experience, and really thankful we tried it. This is our son, Amos Benjamin. He's 15 months. Amos, can you wave? Good job, buddy.